All right, so the Fleet and the Express. This is one of the games in Week 4. This is going to be on Saturday. Should be a pretty good one here. We got the San Diego Fleet going to the Express, and the Express are going to be underdogs at home here. But of course, we've seen the AAF in recent weeks that home field advantage is a major factor in each and every one of these games. So we're going to be going over a preview on these teams. We're going to be going over their schedules and also who I think is going to win this game. The thing is, of course, right now with the AAF, there are no stat rankings. It's really tough to see which team is doing the best statistically. And so that being said, we aren't really able to give you guys much analysis, but we are going to be able to go over their schedules. That always helps to be able to see whether they have a lot of momentum at the time or whether they're kind of in a slump. Starting off with the San Diego Fleet schedule. They lost their first week at the Commanders 15-6. That was a tough game for them. Of course, the Commanders at the time, they looked really good in that game. But then the Legends at home, that was a game that they were able to kind of rebound a little bit. They won that one 24-12. And then they beat the Commanders last week 31, and that should say 11. That was a huge game for them. They absolutely destroyed the one team that they lost to, which that is always good to be able to rebound and avenge the loss that you once had. But yeah, right now they are 2-1. I have them ranked third this week. I do believe that this is going to be a really talented team. I mean, they kind of didn't really look like it after the first week, but I do believe looking forward. I mean, you got the Stallions and the Iron at home after this week. This is the last time you're going to be on the road all the way till the end of March. And then you got the Hot Shots and Stallions on the road. Also the Apollos, 3 very tough games all in a row. So yeah, you're going to want to watch out for those. But right now, I think this is a team, I really do believe that they're going to have a big chance to beat the Express if they can go on the road and show up. Next up, you got the Express. Now, this team is 0-3. They've lost all 3 of their games. They got shut out the first week. That was a rough loss, 26-0. Then they lost to the Hot Shots at home, it was close, 20-18. And they did have a chance in that game. I thought that they could pull off a win there, but they never were able to. Then they had to go to Orlando, and they held with them in Orlando. They only lost 21-17. And looking at that, it almost makes me think that the Iron are better than the Apollos. And I've got the Apollos as the best team in the AAF right now, but definitely the Iron are a close second. Then they got the Fleet this week, of course. I have them ranked 7th in the league, just because they've been able to stick with their opponents better than the Atlanta Legends have been able to. Looking forward for Memphis, they've got 2 more games on the road after this one. You got the Legends, which is a very winnable game. They got the Stallions on the road, which may be a tougher one. We'll have to see how the Stallions do in the next couple of weeks. Then you got the Iron and the Apollos at home, 2 tough games at the Commanders and the Legends once again at home. So really looking at that, I mean, they got a couple of tough games in there, especially with Salt Lake and Orlando, but it is a schedule where they definitely could rebound and turn this into a pretty good season. But nonetheless, I have got the San Diego Fleet winning this game. I think the Express. This is going to be a very low-scoring game, 6-3. I've got the Express leading at halftime, and then it turns out to be a 17-12 affair with the Fleet winning it. Should be a pretty good game, I think, especially with the underdog being at home. Of course, underdogs at home are always dangerous, so you got to watch out for that factor. But I would not be surprised to see the Express pull out an upset here. But I do have the Fleet winning 17-12. So, yep, that is it for this preview. We're going to be going over all 3 other games, and so stay tuned for those. And once again, thank you guys all for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments below, and I will see you all later.